Hello there, everyone. You may all know me as Amarastu Amrafranti Omni Psycha Kami, but you can just call me Psycha. I'm one of the more unique Saiyans among this community. That with being I have more powers than Saiyans typically would. You know, like, dragon forms, having bonds with the Force, nanotechnology armor, my divine She-Hulk form, etc., etc. However, there's one more thing that I forgot to talk about. And this is when I first became boundless and had access to cosmic abilities. I didn't find any way to talk about it, so now I'm just gonna jump in and talk about it. I'm gonna start from the very beginning. This happened about 5, maybe 6 years ago from what I can remember. I was fighting with an extremely harmful villain known as Eclipsion. He was threatening to destroy the planet, like how he did with so many others with solar eclipse radiation. And if you've ever seen an eclipse on another planet, you know how harmful those can be. I decided I had to stop him, but unfortunately, he proved too strong for me, and he left me there to die in a cave. Despite being immortal, I had intense pain flowing through me, and blood was gushing out of my wounds. I knew if I had to defeat him, I had to get stronger. But from what? Fortunately, that came when an unexpected voice called to me. I looked around to see if it was an ally of Eclipsion, and I discovered that it was a small pile of slime with, cosmic energy radiating off of it. I discovered its boundless power, and I was a little bit surprised when the slime actually spoke to me. She introduced herself as Maurice Ginga before forming into an extremely muscular woman, the same figure that I have right now currently. And this happened before I got the Force, the nanotech armor, the dragon form, etc., etc. So the picture you see right here, this is not how I was supposed to be looking, but instead it was my old look. Just wanted to clear that out of the way. Anyways, I asked her what she was, and she told me she was a symbiote. I didn't believe her at first because I only thought those existed in fiction. Well, outside the Marvel movies, if you know what I mean. But she told me, in fact, she was very real. In fact, she was one of 2 symbiotes that caused the Big Bang. Her and her mate bonding together caused the Big Bang. I was shocked by this, to be honest. And then I asked her why she was here. She said that the forming of planets and she had survived for billions of years. And her mate got captured by some unknown individual seeking his power, but she unfortunately escaped. I was surprised, and then I asked why she had come to me. Well, it turns out she needed a body. She wanted to bond with a host. And before you guys start yelling at me in the comments, no, it's not the kind of bonding you think it is. It's not a sexual bond. It's a fusion bond. Like that. Okay, just wanted to clear that out of the way. I was curious to this, and I asked her why she hadn't found somebody to fuse with. She told me that anyone she tried to bond with was too weak. But I had radiated some powerful energy, and I was the only one strong enough to bond with her. And considering my current condition, she offered me help to defeat Eclipsion in exchange for me bonding and fusing with her. It was a tempting offer, yes, but I was a little bit controversial. I asked her about if she would harm me in any way, and she said no. She said that I would become stronger, more powerful, and that us fusing together would bring ourselves closer. I would have all the powers of the cosmos right at my fingertips. Only if I agreed to bond with the symbiote who had been born from the Big Bang itself. Well, that offer was pretty tempting, not gonna lie. And I needed something to defeat Eclipsion. So, I agreed. I agreed to fuse with her. But I reminded her no funny business. She agreed, and then she started the process. I gasped as I saw her turn into the same pile of slime and then slowly fuse with me inside my body. It felt weird at first, but over time I got used to it. Now, she did make some changes to my body, which is the curves and muscles I do possess today, before I got blessed by Shenron and all that. I could felt this overwhelming surge of power flowing through my veins. And as we did bond, her memories became mine, and mine became hers. Everything about me was now hers, and everything of hers was now mine. After the bonding process was complete, I stared at myself in astonishment. I just couldn't believe that was my own reflection I was staring at. Her voice echoed in my head, and that I now had the power to defeat Eclipsion once and for all. We had the power, together. We are always stronger together. And we are Maurice Ginga.